Turning back, many slaves only saw rocks and heavy shards of ice raining on them. Sunny was one of the few that remained upright and saw it clearly. Something massive came crashing down. It fell right between the caravan and the mountain wall. It looked like a lump of dirty snow. Once the creature unfurled its long limbs and rose. It has multi-jointed hands, 2 of them, each ending with a set of horrifying claws. The thing that at first glance looked like dirty snow turned out to be its fur, yellowish gray and ragged. The creature moved, slashing its claws in his general direction. But Sunny was one step ahead. Without wasting a single moment, he jumped sideways. Those sharp claws, each as long as a sword. They sliced through the broad-shouldered man. The scholarly slave pointed at his shackles with a face as pale as a ghost. Sunny thought this whole situation was literally not right. The spell had its own set of rules. There were rules for what type of creatures could appear in any given nightmare, too. Nightmare creatures had their own hierarchy, from mindless beasts to monsters, followed by demons, devils, tyrants, terrors and, finally, mythical titans, also known as calamities. However, the creature had clearly just created a lesser version of itself, an ability that only belonged to tyrants. Unfair or not, there was only one person now who could save Sunny himself. The broad-shouldered man, what was left of him, slowly rose. Sunny jumped forward, grabbing onto the slackened chain. Stepping close, he threw the chain around the monster's shoulders and pulled, pinning his hands to its body. The good thing was, the monster couldn't move its hands now. The bad thing was, the chain he used to immobilize it was short, leaving almost no distance between them. "You too!" Sunny screamed at his 2 fellow slaves. "Pull on that chain." The shifty slave and the scholar understood what he was thinking, started to move. Grabbing the chain from the opposite direction, they pulled as hard as they could. The monster bulged its muscles, trying to break free. The chain creaked, caught on the bone spikes, as though slowly breaking apart. Immediately, Sunny threw his hands in the air and caught the creature's neck with the short chain, connecting his shackles together. Then he circled the monster with a quick step and pulled, ending up back to back with it. Now, using his own back as a lever and the weight of his whole body to pull the shackles down. He pulled down with all his might, feeling the monster's body pressing against him. Now it was just a question of what would break first, the chain or the monster itself. Sunny pulled down with as much force as he could muster. His wounded back, wrists, and muscles were pierced by the bone spikes. And then, finally, Sunny felt the monster's body go limp. A moment later, a faintly familiar voice rang in the air. "You have slain a dormant beast, Mountain King's larva."